All right, continuing with Halloween, we just watched
The Doom That Came to Gotham. Yes, the animated thing, which was very Halloweenish.
Mike Mignola-esque.
Based on the Mike Mignola Elseworld, Batman mashup with Lovecraftian kind of horror-ish,
yes.
But
they just changed the phraseology so that the name of the old one isn't one of the old ones you recognize, but it's just very phonetically slightly askew.
Right, changed just enough to avoid any kind of
copyright or
that or royalties they would have had to pay or whatever.
Or just to be different.
But even in the description it indicates that it is a Lovecraftian style, kind of a thing. And
so what did you think overall?
I liked it. Overall, I really liked it. I liked the art style was very Mignola-ish inspired. It wasn't like heavily Mignola, but I liked the voice talent in it for the most part. Never heard of most of them, but
for the most part. So there was
Jeffrey Combs.
Was there somebody you didn't like? Is why you say for the most part, or is it just because you don't know who they are?
No, I liked how it was not overly corny and as far as the
overly
voice talent.
Corny.
No, the voice talent.
Okay,
but the line readings were more natural and realistic and mature.
Okay, but the writing. Oh my God!
No, the writing was at times.
Oh my God! It was like I was watching The Balance of Terror. Oh, in another life we could be friends. Oh my God! I wanted to tear my fucking eyes out.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, that was Talia and Bruce.
I don't care.
In another reality, they were lovers and had a kid together. I mean, so that was not. It was just a phraseology that you have an issue with.
Yeah, because it
was straight out of Balance of Terror.
Yeah.
I feel under other circumstances. But yeah, it was very much like Balance of Terror-ish in the way it was phrased. Under other circumstances, I feel like things could have been different between us. But under other circumstances, in this case, it was Bruce and Talia. So
it was like, oh God.
But yeah,
so
your head just goes straight to Balance of Terror.
And I was just like, ugh, arg. So we were talking. A lot of great stuff, a lot of interesting folklore or potential folklore or other such things about the Americas in the before times from the long, long ago.
Well, yeah, Wayne family history and all that business.
Which it's kind of actually similar to The Devil's Reign too, because it was Puritan times.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay.
And the Waynes were involved in this demonic pact, along with all of the Queen's folks and the Cobblepots, the Penguin, and even Langford, the man. Langstrom, yeah. So those were the four families involved in this thing from
the before times.
Before Gotham was even like construction.
Yeah.
Even built in this country back in the 1600s.
And we didn't have an argument, but we had a discussion about how Gotham and Metropolis are basically New York.
Yeah.
So,
but they are different cities in universe. I mean, it's funny because there is a New York in the DC universe as well. Metropolis, New York, Gotham are all these great big cities on the eastern seaboard that are in really close proximity to each other, but not quite sure. I think somehow I can't help thinking that Metropolis has got to be a little bit north of New York, kind of upstate, if you will.
Oh.
And Metropolis is more like south of New York,
but
more
somehow
like
it's closer to Kansas, because it just seems like they boomed at Metropolis and Kansas every. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
yeah.
But no, Kansas is way in the Midwest.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And that's one thing, yeah.
So the geography in the comic books is off, but it's all right.
And I don't know, Smallville, wherever it is, Kansas or Arkansas or Oklahoma, wherever it is, it's
Oklahoma. It's the place to be. Oh, sorry.
It is not. It's out. It is halfway across the country from Metropolis.
Yeah.
And some of the things where they have this, close proximity between Smallville and Metropolis. No, I'm sorry, but no.
All right, we are veering way off
that's something
target.
That even in the Superman and Lois TV show, where the high schools had a rivalry. Smallville and Metropolis had a high school rivalry. They're nowhere near each other geographically.
We're veering way off target, even though we did see a Lois and a Clark at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, clearly.
When they
it was a little cameo thing.
When they were doing the dedication to Oliver Queen and
Kirk Langstrom.
no,
no,
it was
and Harvey Dent. Yes.
Now those
I
statues.
know the Harvey Dent thing in this.
But those statues will get torn
story.
down later because they're racist.
Stop it. Just stop that bullshit. No, but Harvey Dent. Oh, what happened to him was just
That was
so
pretty
gnarly.
terrible.
It was fucked up, man. Oh my God. You know, I mean, Harvey's story is always sad anyway, but it was especially sad in this one.
Well,
it was.
Yeah.
What happened to it? It was so fucked up.
But it was interesting because it was different.
Yeah.
It was beyond. I didn't even think that was going to happen.
I mean, even in The Dark Knight Returns, Harvey's story was especially sad.
Yeah.
Because he had been released from the asylum, but he really wasn't okay, and it was. Harvey's one of the best friggin' stories.
He loves Harvey Dent.
In all of the Batman Rogues Gallery, Harvey's one of my favorites. Always has been. Yes.
Now I like the Ra's al Ghul and the Talia parts of it, especially because it brought that kind of old world mysticism and the Eastern, not Eastern, but Arabic kind of stuff into
Middle Ages.
Yeah.
You know, black magic.
The Jedi and and somebody's favorite rhyming demon showed up as well.
Etrigan! Love Etrigan the demon. And I love it when they have him in like a
supernatural sort of
well,
thing.
That and in something where he's got a voice and lines and you hear the rhyming couplets being spoken by somebody who can speak them correctly. With conviction. Yes.
All right. So the one real issue I had with it was with Oliver Queen and being this dynasty and the arrows of Saint Dumas. No, the arrows of Saint
Sebastian.
Saint Sebastian, where I think it should have been something to do with the Saint Dumas cult, which was Azrael. I guess maybe they could.
I mean, they could have tied Azrael in through that.
Yeah,
yes,
they could have.
There was a precedent for that. But the arrows of Saint Sebastian was significant in that it was the 4 arrows that actually still had his blood on them.
Christ's blood.
No, Saint Sebastian's blood.
Okay.
Because
that's right. They crucified everybody all the time.
They show in the painting there are 4 arrows sticking out of him. Yeah, and it's those 4 arrows.
I forgot they crucified everybody back then.
Yeah, no,
not just Christ. Okay,
right, and it was the 4 arrows of Saint Sebastian that he had been pierced with.
Yeah.
While he was on the cross. And,
so that made him a holy man?
Well, I'm sure he was a saint.
Yeah. I mean, saint like now times or saint like in the real times where you had to, do the 2-step and all that other stuff. Anyway. And then the other thing, which is something that Eric brought up, but I have to agree with completely, is that it started off really strong. Kept really strong in the middle, and then it kind of petered out at the end, which is kind of like how the Mike Mignola Hellboy books, even the really good ones like Conqueror Worm and The Wild Hunt, they kind of just end at the, just like, oh, okay, I'm done, I'm spent.
Right.
Yeah, like you can't have
like
a little more.
You gotta wrap it up and finish it because you only got so many pages.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, it did start out much stronger than it finished. It was very compelling at the beginning.
Yes.
And by the time it was over, it was like, really? Okay, so how much longer do we have? But
well, yeah, because it wasn't interesting.
No,
it just was like, okay, here's the final battle, and then the battle's done, and all right, that's it.
No, it's the thing that it's been building up to all this whole time, and it was a little anticlimactic.
Yes.
On that level, but it was still good.
Oh yeah,
it
but
was well done.
Yeah,
well animated, well produced. I think it was. I've never read the original Elseworlds by Mignola, which is on my list now because I want to see how well it was adapted. But I'm sure it was fairly well adapted.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I've seen the Dark Knight adaptation, which I've not been wasn't real crazy about.
The last time he did a good book was Cosmic Odyssey.
Oh, dude, that was great.
In DC. Calm down, everybody. I still like the Hellboy book. Simmer.
No, but the Cosmic Odyssey was.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
It was epic, yeah. But there have been other adaptations that they've done. I really like the Red Sun adaptation. And
I actually didn't like the 3rd book in that series.
Yeah, but the adaptation for the animated was really well done.
I've never seen it. And
it's like I say, just comparing how well they were adapted from...
Yeah.
This one seems to have been really well adapted, and it is mature. There's some swear words.
Was there?
Yeah, he called him a son of a bitch at one point.
Oh, that's a swear word still.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That, well, for an animated thing, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, compared to the Mask of the Phantasm movie, yeah.
Yeah, or not like compared to Harley Quinn these days, but.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of F-bombs in that, but no, it was good, man. It was really good. It was, it is an Elseworld, so you got to take it in the spirit that it's offered. It's not a current like Batman right now today. It's different reality, different details. The different characters play different,
And as some YouTubers would say, that's an excuse for lazy writing.
But not always.
No.
It doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. It does happen though.
No, because some of the best
Absolutely.
stories come out of the Elseworlds and the what ifs.
Absolutely. What If 25 Volume 2? Look it up.
And even like the Green Lantern one where Bruce Wayne ended up with the ring and he became the dark avenging Green Lantern of Gotham City. There was the one where Kal-El fell in Gotham rather than in Midwest on a farm and was adopted by Thomas and Martha Wayne.
I didn't like that
and grew
one.
up as Bruce and became Superman but Batman.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah. But that's an example.
Yeah.
And
So, would you recommend for this Halloween season to sit down and watch that with a bowl of popcorn and whatnot?
oh yeah, and I mean really, it's not so graphic that it's inappropriate for kids.
No.
I mean, it is kind of marketed or labeled as adult animation, but
No, there's nothing like heavy metal in it or anything.
get your kids together, get a blanket,
and it's not even like drawn together, so it's not even that kind of level of.
Oh no, it's
No.
not like that at all.
No, yeah.
No. It's just mature and sophisticated, and
To an extent. Okay.
for an animated
Yeah.
thing, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Bring the kids, gather up, get a blanket, get some popcorn, and sit through the doom that came to Gotham. It'll give you nightmares.
Like, share, and subscribe.